Would you draft a quarterback in the second round of this draft?
What's going on, man? Philadelphia Eagles fans, man, with all the trades that I've been seeing of late, the only trade that really makes sense to me is Tanner McKee for Nick Herbig. That's the only trade that really makes sense to me. This is a guy double-digit sacks last year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you know, they're revamping the whole thing with Mike Tomlin being gone. They're doing a whole like the people who were there are not guaranteed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta bring in a new coach. The coach gonna want his people. So that makes sense to me. That seems like it can get done too. And get done with everything I've seen. I've seen Devontae Smith to the Patriots. I've seen A.J. Brown to the Patriots for a pick, and then use that pick to also give a pick to go get Max Cosby. My God. Then I heard give up a pick or so for Drake Mays, for him to back up Jalen Hurts. I think this is a time where it ain't much to talk about. So people are starting to just throw trade ideas out. And it's a reason for why we ain't in there calling trades, man. Because these trade things are horrible. I heard Brandon Ayuk for A.J. Brown in the second round. And a second round pick. You're going to go get another Smitty for. We got one. We'll get a second round pick with it, but we got one already. We moving sideways with the trade rumors. Good night. You know what? I seen on Twitter where they said they had a vote on who's the most hated player in the NFL, and they got Jalen Hurts as they got Jalen Hurts, the number one hated player in the NFL. That ain't the hated quarterback. That's the hated player. When you're an easy target, man, you don't talk back. You don't talk back. You just tee off on them. They just like some bullies at this point. Outside of that, I told everybody that Cam Jurgens, that back is not fixed. His back is not fixed. But he got a remedy for you. He is going to go get stem cells done in his back. I'm not saying he's going to go do it. He already did it. And I got the video for you. So, let's get into it. Say I done fell many times, but I got back up. I've been drugged through the mud, like it ain't been enough. I'm still going, 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 still going. And I done felt so much pain that I wanna give up, but I can't stop now, 'cause I've been through too much. I'm still going, 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 still going. All right. With all the trade rumors going on, man, we got one that's interesting to me. The Tanner McKee and Nick Herbig. That's interesting to me because this dude was highly productive last year. Highly productive. And with us not knowing what we're doing with Jalen Phillips, you know what I'm saying? We need a pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? Nolan Smith, bless his heart, he don't get to stay on the field much. He's injured most times. And if he ain't injured, he just ain't getting on the field much. Jalen Hunt, keep Jalen Hunt where he at, man. Jalen Hunt has exceeded. He's overachieved in so many areas. So we still got to work on getting deals done for Jordan Davis. I've heard this. I've heard that Nakobe Dean's what he should be making next year by PFF's rankings, he should be making $8 million a year. $8 million a year. And if he is to be making $8 million a year, we could actually afford to bring Nakobe Dean back. So that'd be big for the defense. The thing is, man, it ain't so much about the money with Nakobe Dean. We got a young first round pick. And this is what I am thinking, guys. This is just what I'm thinking. What about Zach Bond? Like, I won't say get rid of him because that sounds horrible. But Nakobe Dean has been talked amongst with his peers as somebody who is giving you game. He's very communicative. He makes the game simple. And he was clearly the better linebacker last year. And Zach Bond played all available games that he was able to play. He played all of them. I looked at some of the sound bites and stuff for Zach Bond's interaction with Jahai Campbell. He ain't teaching this dude nothing. Now I don't know what's going on in the media rooms, but from what we seen on Hard Knocks, he's making fun of him. Like he's not teaching him nothing. All he's doing is poking at him. And I'm not saying it is making the boy soft, but you don't learn nothing like that, man. Like he can look and see how you move and how you go about your business as a linebacker and learn something from it. But why, when you can just tell him? Eagles culture has always been bring the man up. Jordan Mailata said it best. I don't care if you take my spot. You know, it's my job to bring you up to speed. Because if I go down, we need to be able to keep going. And that don't seem like Zach Bond's mindset. Zach Bond trying to keep a spot. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter how much he got paid. Zach Bond didn't play terrible last year. But Nakobe Dean played better. Outside of the coverage touchdown that he gave up late in the season, he played better. He was a more effective player. Like he was a more explosive player. You have Nakobe Dean and Jahai Campbell. And Jahai Campbell is pretty much Zach Bond. Only he's longer and faster. And younger. I don't know what you do with the cap space of Zach Bond and all that stuff. I don't know the numbers about that. But imagine Nakobe Dean and Jahai Campbell back there. Nakobe Dean gonna keep him informed. He gonna keep him informed. So all the mental stuff of the game, Nakobe Dean on that. Zach Bond don't do that for that man. So I just think that's something to think about. That's something to think about. I don't know how you get that done, but I just think it's something to think about. Let's get into the talks here about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is one of the most hated players in the league, and that ain't me just talking. They voted, and he made it. He made the most hated player in the league. Not even the most hated quarterback, not even by position. Most hated player. And I just believe it's one of those things where he don't talk back. He ain't gonna make no tweet about it, none of that. And it's easy to pick on. So the guys I want to say at 97 the radio show was asked if they would draft a quarterback early with this recent draft coming up, and this was the conversation.
Would you draft a quarterback in the second round of this draft?
No.
Why?
No. I'm passing on this opportunity here. I don't need whatever dynamics going on behind the scenes. The last thing I need is a quarterback trying to reinvent the wheel offensively in an offseason and looking over his shoulder. I'm good. We were annoyed when it happened the last time. They got enough needs this offseason. I'm okay with it. Howie, you might have hit the absolute home run the last time around with this. I don't necessarily need you trying to do that one more time.
And this is my opinion. Last year, we had two quarterbacks go. No, I want to say three. I think we had three. No, it might have been two. So I think we had two quarterbacks go in the draft last year. Ain't no way in hell two quarterbacks going in this draft. At the top. Like in round one of the draft, there's no way two quarterbacks are going in the round two of the draft. This draft in quarterbacks is so bad. It's so bad. I'm not sure if even in the second round they don't go. Like quarterbacks gonna probably start going in the third round, in my opinion. Cause there's no guy, like you got that one quarterback from Indiana. That's it. That's it. So that would be my reason for not drafting no quarterback. You just wasting a pick. You could get somebody really worth getting and move like that. You know what I'm saying? I would like to put a little fire on Jalen Hurts. He play better. You know what I'm saying? He responds better when he got a little fire on him. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the same. And then people keep, I think Elliott Schultz is one of the people that said, oh, if Jalen Hurts, if they draft a quarterback, Jalen Hurts should be, you know, telling his people he ain't playing and he out of here. That ain't even how he roll. You remember when last time they was talking about drafting a quarterback and he was like, oh, rent due. You remember the rent due thing? Rent due. Every day. So he loved the competition. I love the competition for him. There's not a quarterback in this league that I believe that takes the competition part of his position in the faculty in the building better than Jalen Hurts do. He proved that when he got benched and he was celebrating the touchdown with Tua Tagovailoa. I destroyed that kid name, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that'll be a problem like everybody think it should be a problem. If it was good quarterbacks available. I told a lot of people, and I just kept saying it over and over in these videos, that Cam Jurgens was not healed. That back is not okay. When you lose your back, you lose all your explosiveness. And he moved like a mummy last season. But he got the remedy, man. That boy went and got some stem cells done. Watch.
And so we got 70 million stem cells here about to go in. I wrote go birds. Let's go. Excited to get healthy and get ready for this next season. So that's why I'm down here. I'm excited for the healing and getting better, but just the experience down here has been incredible.
From what I've heard from stem cells, I think Kobe got him in his knee. A lot of people who thought their careers were over got stem cells, and it just revitalized the whole body. If we can get Cam Jurgens playing back to Pro Bowl Cam Jurgens level, not Cam Jurgens of last year, that's a shell of himself. Cam Jurgens, when we went to the Super Bowl, playing at that level, it makes me feel better for the situation we in with Landon Dickerson. We do not know if Landon Dickerson is coming back. And the last thing we need is Landon Dickerson to go down and Cam Jurgens to go down. But with Cam Jurgens doing this, it kind of makes me feel better that he'll be around. And I believe the stem cells will work. It'll just be him putting in the work, getting back to health, and then getting his strength back. So I love that for Cam Jurgens, man. Look, that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notifications on so y'all don't miss no video, and we out. Let's go Birds.